Welcome back to Smeagolow's Test World. This episode is just going to be basically a custom mob creation tutorial almost. I'll show like my process of how I make simple custom mobs. It's kind of like the video I was joking about making in a few like episodes ago, where I made a video called how to create a basic or what was it, like a basic custom mob or something, or a simple custom mob, and then I made a joke and made it like a super complicated custom mob. But this time I'm going to show like what I have set up, like my station here, what I use to make custom mobs. So we're just going to make a simple water mob, I think, for this episode. Just a cute little water mob you can see like emerging out of a lake or something. And so yeah, first I'll show like the basics of this station. So I got a few command blocks over here to give like invisibility, fire resist, and on fire to mobs and stuff, just to make it a bit simpler for me. So I can turn them on fire, give them fire resist with no particles on the potion effect, because I don't like seeing those particles, although I could easily change that to make it give him particles if I wanted it to, and of course invisibility. And so yeah, just nice and easy ways to give invisibility using effect commands for these two, and then this is an NTD data command, a little bit more complicated. So yeah, nice and easy commands to use, so I don't have to go into MC Edit just to give like potion effects and fire and everything. And this, I just figured out that there's default kind of mob heads for stuff. It's kind of awesome. So this is so you can get a blaze mob head. It lags you like crazy when you first push it or anything or something, but yeah, you can get blaze mob heads and even like golem mob heads and stuff from here. And I just figured this out. It was so awesome. I was like, if you remember, Ragecraft 2 has tons of these kinds of mob heads, all over the map. And I was so confused. Like, did he like have alternate accounts that had those mob heads as their heads or something? But no, there's like a whole kind of template kind of thing going on with the MHF and then underscore and then the mob name. So it's really cool. I just figured that out, and yeah, I can't believe I didn't know about that. Anyway, so for this mob, I think the best one would be a squid. So it's probably going to turn out a bit like the squid things that Helicio had in Death Row Sewers. Those kinds of zombies, but this one's going to be a bit different, hopefully. And now that we have Depth Strider, that'll help in making a more water-based mob that can actually move fast through the water instead of, floating really slowly like most mobs do. So let's give him diamond boots. Why not? just for the boots, not the rest of the stuff. So Depth Strider is like right somewhere here. Like, where'd you go? Is it there? Where'd Depth Strider? I swear. Yeah, there it is. Ah, I can see that. Okay. So let's just throw on Depth Strider on these boots. I love having an anvil at the station because you use an anvil so many times making custom mobs and stuff. Also, I'm gonna name it with colored text on a name tag, which I'll have to do in MC Edit. But that'll give it a nice colored name, so it's pretty cool like that. And let's go ahead and give him, like scaly kinds of chest, I guess, maybe. And then blue, kind of want to mix in some of that maybe, and kind of messing around with colors until I find something that looks good. Should look okay. Probably not going to make him invisible, maybe. Probably should. Yeah, let's make him invisible so he kind of looks like a squid and not a zombie as much as possible. So no weapon. We can alter his attack damage attribute manually, and yeah. So that's the simple, making armor for the mob. And I think we're all set to head into MC Edit, make a name tag, and make him a geared mob. So see you in MC Edit. Alright, here we are in MC Edit, which is a different aspect ratio and everything on the video, so yeah, just gonna have that annoying black bar on the top and bottom, but whatever. So yeah, here's the chest that has the name tag. I want to rename it. So modify item strings. You should I'll just show my list of filters, and yeah, most of these are Seth blings. There's a couple, I think there's a couple Texel Elf filters in here as well. But yeah, you know, the basic filters you should have when you're making stuff. NBT editor is the biggest one. That one from Texel Elf, you need this. It's so good. Okay, so what are we gonna call this? Yeah, let's just go simple, like squiddy. How about a squidling, maybe? I don't know. Just give it a random name, then how about like an aqua color, and there we go. It's a name tag ready. Now let's create geared mobs. I think he's pretty much ready to create geared mobs. Make him a zombie with no drop chances, because we don't want the player to have a bunch of leather crap, and yeah, nobody wants that. So there we go. And yeah, let's go back into game. I like to load them up in game before I go into NBT edit and edit some of his attributes and everything, because the create geared mobs filter doesn't include a lot of the NBT data that you want to see on the mob. That was like updated for 1.7 to 1.8 and everything. So it's kind of an out of date filter. So that's why I like to load it in game, because he gets all the stuff by default when you load him in game. So let's make him invisible. I think that looks a lot better than if you see the zombie underneath him. Kind of want to, yeah, let's do something fancy here. Zombie, let's, I think that's the, we can do something like silent, and put that to 1. And this should make him quiet, because he's pretty loud right now. Oh, is he gonna growl? Gonna growl anymore? Okay. So yeah, just to make him silent, make it so he's not so loud and everything. It's just for now, I want to keep this. I might want to make a separate command block for the silent ones, but that should work for now. Okay. And I like having these two command blocks here, because they're, you know, I can just edit this line here and pretty much edit any entity data that I want. So that's always nice. All right, so he's nice and quiet. He's just squiddy now. And what else do we have to do? Oh yeah, we have to name him, obviously. So this is why I named the name tag in MC-Edit, so I can go in here and name him. You can't really see. Oh, he's invisible. But if he kills you, you'll be able to see the name, like you were killed by so-and-so. So that's one reason you should always like name your custom mobs. I mean, even if you can't see the custom name, like no matter what, it's always nice just to, you know, have that there on the off chance that this guy actually kills someone. So, yeah. What I also like to do is make a sign. I have a sign, right? Nah, okay, I have to get one. Make a sign here, and try not to look at those because they're kind of spoilery. So, yeah, you just make a sign, squiddling, just to be able to remember which spawner is which. I like to make signs to mark them off, and then like copy and paste them way over there, so that they're out of the way and they keep their spawner properties and everything. So yeah, I think we're about ready to create spawners. Well, first we gotta do entity and NBT data editing, so let's go into MC Edit. Alright, so unfortunately with the NBT edit filter, it doesn't show up on Fraps, so I'll probably try to make a screenshot of this, and hopefully I can post that on the video just so you can see what's going on and what's the NBT editor actually looks like. So we go in here, press filter, and I'm in the NBT edit filter. So, well, it's an NBT editor. So yeah, I'll just try to make a screenshot of this. Capture area, just making a little push screenshot. Like that. Maybe get a bit of the MC edit in there just to show like what exactly I'm showing. Alright, ding ding. Push complete. Alright, so I'm gonna edit, maybe I can like point it out on video with the push stuff. So I'm not gonna mess with active effects because the invisibility is on him and that's all I want on him. Attributes, I want to mess with that attributes because I don't want this guy to have 20 HP, it's a bit much, so maybe like 14 just to make him like a trash mob, basically dies in a couple hits with a really good sword. Or yeah, just 14 just to counter counter all the armor he has on and make him, you know, a trash mob. I don't really want knockback resistance on him because he's not really, that wouldn't fit with his lore, generic movement speed. Let's make him a bit faster. Zombies are way too slow, I think, so let's make that like 2.26 instead of the default like 0.23. 0.23 is a bit slow, so 0.26 is much better. Okay, follow distance, 35 is a bit much, so let's make it like 24. So I'm just, you know, putting arbitrary numbers here for what I think would be the best numbers to give this guy. So his attack damage, let's bump it up to 4, because zombies' generic attack damage is a bit low for custom maps. Well, it depends on the area this guy's in. If it's in an early area, you would want to turn down the generic attack damage a bit, and make it like 2 damage, because the player won't have that much armor to deal with it. So let's just say this guy's like in a magenta wool area or something. So 4 attack damage is pretty good. Spawn zombie reinforcements, don't really like that, so I'll set that to 0. Can break doors, man, nothing really here that I need to mess with. Well, so one thing you really want to turn to 0 though is persistence required. Turn that to 0, because you don't want these guys, if they're swarming the player, to not despawn. You want them to be able to despawn. And since it defaults to 1 after you've named the mob, you kind of have to go into NVT edit and turn that back to 0, because you don't want these guys hanging around too long. Alright, heal F, I have to turn to 14 as well, because heal F is basically the absolute HP that he's gonna spawn with. So if you don't change heal F, he's still gonna spawn with 20 HP, even though you changed his max HP to 14. You gotta change heal F. In fact, I think you only have to change heal F, and that's I like to call it health. Not sure if that's what they meant to call it every time, just health. But yeah, gotta change that, and if you want to change the HP of the mob. So that should be about it for this mob. So let's click done, and the NBT edit filter has done its job. So now I think it's about ready to turn into a spawner. Create spawners. Can never find these on video. Okay. Create spawners don't include position data. You only want to do that if you want to be mean and put like a creeper above someone's face or something. Alright. So yeah, we got the zombie spawner. You want to check to see if it's actually a zombie spawner, because sometimes the create spawner filters messes up and you get a unidentified spawner. If that happens, just copy the mob as the entity, paste it somewhere else, and then run the filter again, and it should fix it if you do it like once or twice maybe. Because yeah, that sometimes happens, it drives me nuts. Alright, so we got this guy. Let's cut the spawner and paste it like way over here if we want it, like over there. Like, and you put the spawner there, and then you could put the sign like right in front of it. Because in MC Edit you can like just hover over the sign and it tells you what it says. So you can tell like which spawner is which with the sign, and then copy and paste them into your map whenever you want to. So that's about it. Let's see. Oh yeah, we should test this guy out maybe. Where's a good place? Meh, like this. Okay, let's go back in game and kill it. Alright, so there he is in his spawner, and we just get close enough and he'll spawn eventually. Generally you want your spawners to have an initial spawn delay of 0, because that's what is generally the best kind of gameplay you want to go for. Spawner should reliably spawn for the player to kill. So let's go into game mode 0, see how these guys fare. See, they're a bit faster than natural zombies, which is good. There's no water around here, but if they were to go through water, which I kind of want to show actually. Nope. Game mode. I suck at typing. Game mode 1. Yeah, I'm in full diamond armor, so they're not going to hit very much on me, but if this was an unarmored player, they'd be doing a lot of damage. Okay. Let's put some water down, and then try game mode 0. Alright. So these guys should be moving a lot faster through water than normal mobs. They should be able to outrun the water, actually. Yeah, see, they're actually getting to me, even though they're against the current. I think. I'm pretty sure I tested that depth strider actually works on mobs, but I'm not entirely positive, to be honest. Alright. They're kind of going around anyway. So yeah, these guys are pretty cute mobs. Let's see how many hits it takes with the diamond sword. 3 hits, 4. Yeah, it's pretty good for just a plain diamond sword. If there's this like magenta area, maybe it's a bit much, but you would want to test them in the area to see if they have too much HP or not. So game mode 1. Alright. And of course with the loot balance, you want to keep that in mind, see what your player is actually using. And yeah, that's a custom mob. So I'm probably not going to use this guy ever. It's a piece of crap. Alright, so yeah, that's how to make a simple custom mob. Or that's how I'm doing it right now. I change my process every so often though, so probably different in a while. That guy's still there. One thing I definitely wanted to mention this episode is fleecy particles actually work. Yeah, this is kind of ridiculous, but so what you have to do is use this something like a bits, something to do with bits, and you have to adjust the block ID that you use for the data values, and then you get this like really weird high number for it. And I'll link into the description below, but there's like a calculator you can use and an explanation of the calculator on Reddit. So I'll link the Reddit post in the description that someone posted on the previous Test World episode. Thank you very much. What's your face? Zerial Redux, I think was your name. I don't know. Didn't how to say that, but yeah, you can finally actually use fleecy particles in 1.8. They wouldn't work for a long time, and I couldn't figure out why. And now I've fucking figured out why, thanks to what's his face. All right, let's give this guy different armor and stuff. There we go. That looks better. All right. So yeah, I can actually use the fleecy particles I've wanted to use for a long time on all my fleecy mobs. I've already fixed the orange fleecy mob within Storm the Castles 2. So yeah, he's got the right particles finally. Alright, so that's awesome. And I took out there was a floating big platform, a bedrock here that I used to have to use because this used to not be constantly nighttime, so I just covered the places I want mobs with a big bedrock sheet. But now it's just this bedrock block, which is for hurting myself. This bedrock block is the perfect height to do all but one of my HP. So that's there if I want to get on low HP. So yeah, just mentioning that for no reason, I guess. And then of course health potions to get my HP back up. And yeah. So that's about it for this Test World episode. Hope you enjoyed, and see you next time.